We're going to be looking at the way that I attach the string to the tuner. This is a trick that a good friend of mine, Rob Wright, who plays in the band that I play with, Autocratic Oath, plays guitar with me. He showed this to me a couple of years ago, and it's just a great way of attaching the strings to the tuner. It doesn't leave a burr, it doesn't leave a sharp piece of string so that you don't have to poke your fingers if you accidentally grab the headstock. Doesn't shred up your guitar cases when you leave it in there. So there's a couple little things that you need to watch when you're using this method, and it's just making sure you follow the steps carefully. So I'm going to go through each one of them. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to line up the tuner so that the hole is perpendicular to the way that the string runs. So what I mean by that is if I pass the string through from the opposite side, you can see it's straight lined up with the tuning peg. Okay, so this is the first thing: is you make sure you have it lined up in that way. Okay, so once you got that running through, what we're going to do is we're going to measure out enough string so that we get a good decent amount of wrapping on the tuning machine. So my general way of doing this is I'll grab the string with my right hand, bring the hand down to the 12th fret, and under a light amount of tension, I try to make sure that I've got about 4 inches, maybe 4.5, 5 inches above the 12th fret of string, and that usually allows about 2 wrappings onto the tuning machine. Gives it a good strong hold on the tuner. So now that we've kind of positioned our string in the right spot, what we're going to do is we're going to be putting a very important bend in the string. And the way that we do this is, you can see I'm going to grab the string on either side of the tuning machine. And from the point of view of the camera, I'm going to turn this clockwise, both sides. So this side will turn down, and the other side will turn up. Okay? Now I'm going to pull the string out, I'm going to show you what this has actually done to the string. Okay? If you look closely, you can see that there's this kind of S bend in the string. And this is really important for this method. If you don't put this into the string, it won't stay on the tuner. I've done this a number of times, especially when I was first learning to do this myself, and you end up wasting the string because you shorten it too much, you can't get it back on, it doesn't hold. So again, make sure you have that S bend in the string, otherwise this method will not work. Okay, so there it is back on. So now that I've got that on there, I'm going to wind the string onto the tuner, and I'm going to use my string winder to do this so that I can free up a hand. Now I'm going to guide the string into place by using my left hand, the finger here, and I'm going to try to keep it low. This will ensure that the string wraps correctly onto the tuner. It stays low, it doesn't wrap on itself too much. It'll also ensure that it looks professional on the tuner itself. So you can see I'm starting to wrap it up. It's keeping on there, and got a decent amount. Need to stretch it out a bit. Okay, there we go. So now that we've got that in place, the string is now in place. It's a reasonable amount of tension. It'll need to be tuned. I'm not going to worry about that right now. What we're going to do is we're going to remove the excess string from the tuner. And the way that we do this is we're just going to grab the string close to the tuner, and we're going to rotate the string. You can go clockwise or counterclockwise. It really doesn't matter. You can even work it back and forth or down, forward and back. You're just trying to work the string. And what this is going to do is it's going to put stress on the one side of that S bend that we put on the string. And it'll cause the metal in the string to fatigue and break off. So I'm going to kind of work the string here and see if I can get it to break off. It sometimes takes a little while. Oh, there it goes. So there's the break. I now have a nice clean contact of the string on the tuner. It's not sharp at all. And it's ready to be tuned.